How's it going, everyone? It's Noir Tapes back with another video. I was looking to make a beat last night and I was digging through samples. I ended up finding this super rare sample. I'll play it for you guys in a minute. I thought the way I flipped it was quite interesting and I decided to make a video about it. So I'm going to break it down for you guys and show you guys the techniques. Let's get into it. This is the sample here, just by itself. I did pitch it down a bit to avoid copyright. I wasn't too sure. Like, it's rare, but it's not that rare. So, but this is what the sample sounds like by itself. Of course, that's my vibe right there, the Noir Tapes, of course. So if you've been around my channel before, you know that I love to take samples and sort of squeeze them and get the most out of them I can. So in this case, I heard there was bass tones in it, so I immediately thought, let's separate it into bass and highs, and we can get some interesting texture. So that's what I've done here. So this is what the highs sound like by themselves. Sounds really good. You can't really hear the bass too much. I did a pretty good job getting rid of that, so I could enhance the bass that was in the sample and make it shine on through. So this is what the bass sounds like in the sample. Just quick note, I cut the bass tone that plays at the start and actually repitched it to create my own sort of bass line out of this bass line, right? Because if I just looped the sample by itself, it was a bass note every 2 bars, and it kind of gets a little bit boring. In hip hop, you want a bit of a funkier bass line. So with the bass line, you can see here I went the normal pitch, and then up 2, and then back to the normal pitch, and then down 2 at the end. You'll hear that here. This is what it sounds like all together. And so then of course I had to come through with some hard hitting drums. So I just took a drum break here. You can see I did a bit of some crazy chopping here. So these are the drums I end up coming up with, and this is the whole beat, and then I'll break down the verse section I created as well. This is where I came up with the verse section. I'll play it first and then I'll explain what's happening here. So I just zoomed in a bit so you can see a bit better what's happening here. So with the first note of the sample, I've just chopped a tiny bit. Same with the first note of the second bar as well, and added a delay. That just allows me to make a big open space where there's no highs playing. And then I ended up keeping the second bar and the fourth bar, and I put the whole lot under a filter. And we get to the second half of the verse right here. This is another benefit of using samples the way that I use them. When you split the highs and the bass, you have so many more outlets to be creative. And in this case, I can just take away the whole top of the sample and just leave the bass playing with the drums, and it sounds like old school hip hop, right? It's perfect. So listen to this section too. And then you can transition it back to the first loop. But there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Nice little short one. Just breaking down this little beat here. I think I'm going to send this to one of the homeboys and see if he wants to rap on it. I love this beat a lot. I think the vibe in this beat is quite like elegant and you could definitely tell a story on it. It's very much a Noir tapes feel. So anyways, thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.